on. Woo! Live video is starting. Get over here, Krista. All right. Well, happy Saturday, everybody. Good to see you. We're a tad late, which is par for the course for us, which that's something else. For years, I had no idea what that meant until I took up golfing because I thought like par for the course was like French or something or whatever until I got that it was par for the course. There's a reason I have blonde hair. Just saying. Just saying. There's moments.
Even if it's fake.
Yep. Very funny. But anyway, so here we are on a happy Saturday. It's a little gray out, but we've been blessed with 3 beautifully sunny days that were awesomely cool. So that's good. And today we are coming to you from my office. And we are basically just, oops, let's do that because my phone's up. And basically we're just going to talk about some 2 QuickBook topics today because it just keeps coming up because people are starting to get excited about QuickBooks. I don't know if excited is the right word, but we'll say excited about QuickBooks. All right, so basically, where does it have our topics listed here?
No.
Oh,
that's why we're in.
Oh, that's why she. Well, first of all, we have to recap.
Oh well, I watched her last week because she did it by herself since we were partying.
Oh, by myself.
But I didn't write the topics down in my book.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. So basically, we had a birthday party. My nephew turned 13. He's a little man now.
I know.
So basically, all we're doing is I had talked about, because I think we were at the church, so I had just talked about different things. I don't even remember, to be perfectly honest.
I'll go back.
I apologize. Crystal put it
we'll
in the
recap
notes.
It.
In the notes, we'll recap it. Yeah. But I believe I was pretty amusing, but short. So obviously, you're the problem when we get along. Because I was very quick. It was like 5 or 6 minutes. So, anywho, there we are.
All right. All right. Well, I'm not quite on my A game today. So
Nope.
That's okay.
Neither of us are, but that's okay. We don't always have to be on the A game. Sometimes other people on the team can pick it up.
Yeah, but what if you're both off on the same day?
Well,
good luck to you.
Life will be fun and interesting today. There you go.
All right. All right. So you want to talk about pros and cons of desktop versus online.
Okay. So as many of you know, we are QuickBooks Pro advisors in this office, and we're pros on both desktop and online. So desktop has basically, it is being transitioned,
phased out,
sunsetting, however you want to say it. If you currently have desktop, you have to have a 2024 desktop plus subscription that renews every year in place. We're saying by July 1st. I think they're saying the 31st, but we're saying July 1st. We're not even coming close to the date. In order for QuickBooks to keep maintaining that subscription software. Now, does that mean that software is going to forever be available in desktop? I don't know. We're not QuickBooks Corporate. But as of right now, that's what we're being told. Everybody that is upgraded to 2024 subscription on the Plus version or Premier version.
And you can't do it after the fact.
Yeah.
You either are active on that date or not.
So you definitely have to get it done.
The only option if you have not upgraded is online at that point.
Yeah. And we encourage you to call us 724-561-7460 and get on the list for conversion and installing that software. Do you have to be local for us to do that? Absolutely not. We get on the phone, we do a Zoom call, we call QuickBooks support.
So you're one of our clients.
You have to be a client.
The software. Yeah. You have to be connected to a pro advisor to get the desktop thing.
Yeah, the subscription. Yeah, and like this is not anything that we're going to be able to help you with after that date happens.
That's right.
Like we will have no recourse. You will have to transition to online after that. Now, let's talk about why some people are hesitating in that transition to online. In the past, it's a lot of the the feedback I get is we have so much history in our QuickBooks desktop. How do I take that online? Is there a limit? Yes, there is. There is a limit on how much
but
you can take with you.
There are multiple versions of online.
Correct.
Some of which have a bigger capacity.
Limits. Correct.
Now, but as you have bigger capacity, the price goes up.
Correct.
Yeah. So you have to keep that in mind. But quite honestly, I just got an email that they're raising QuickBooks Plus desktop to over $950.
Correct.
So we're getting to the point, it's comparable to online anyway.
In pricing.
So it's not the big cost savings desktop used to be.
Correct. And is that methodical? Probably. They want to get you. It's easier for them to maintain an online system than it is to send out updates to everybody on a desktop system. So, QuickBooks, again, #1 software in the world for a reason. It's very user friendly. It's easy to use.
Within 3 hours, you can be proficient if you take our intensive class.
Correct. That's correct. So, like here, there's pros and cons to it. Desktop is available on your server, on your desktop, or you can have online, which is available anytime, anywhere, any device. So if you're a traveler, it's a good move for you. Um, Inventory, always, it's a little different in QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Online offers a decent inventory tracking system. It's not fabulous, it's decent, but it does integrate with apps that are fabulous, right? So if you're inventory heavy, you need to talk to your pro advisor, to your accountant, to whoever is advising you on your QuickBooks to see what maybe is a good solution for you. If you because I used to. I'll be perfectly honest. QuickBooks Online, I hated their inventory system when it first came up, but it's better. It's better than it was, and like it's always improving. So, and again, there's apps you can tie into. Some of them free, some of them cost you.
Right. So, and remember, QuickBooks Online, you've got the nice little things on your phones, and I mean, there's just a lot of bells and whistles. It has so much app integration. Yeah. Where QuickBooks Desktop doesn't. But quite honestly, I have a lot of people who've been using QuickBooks for 20, 30 years, and they're like, I'm 4 years away from retirement. I'm not learning a new system. Right. So those are the people
that get yourself transitioned. Because remember, QuickBooks is, even though they used to support 3 years worth of desktop, they're saying if you don't have 24, they're not supporting you. Right. So you have to upgrade to 24. So we just wanted to make that clear, make sure people know what's happening out there in the QuickBooks world. It's still the #1 software in the world. It's still a great choice.
There's so many bells and whistles. There really is. Yeah. And quite honestly, with desktop, most people use 30% of the system. It's a beast. It's a memory hog. Yeah. And most people don't use it to its full capacity.
Or need.
And they don't need it. If you're a service-based industry, QuickBooks Online, quite honestly,
it's perfect.
It's easy. Yeah. It's so easy. Yeah. So
there you go. Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. And
the desktop, remember, July 1st, make sure you call us before then, because we're filling up our schedule right now with
people. Yeah, because we only have so much time. It usually takes an hour, hour and a half for us to make the call with you.
Yeah. And we don't make money on the software. We just have to be on the phone with you, and you pay QuickBooks directly for the software.
That's right.
You pay us for our time. That's it.
That's it. That's it. So, there's something
or training, or setup,
training,
or cleanup.
Definitely, you're gonna want training.
And I was gonna say too,
from desktop.
You want to clean up your file before you transition to online. So that's a conversation too. And we offer a half-hour free house call so that if you're thinking of these things and just aren't sure what you should be doing, call us. Let us walk you through. Let us give you some tips and hints on how to do it.
Exactly. Well, that's a nice transition to hints.
Oh, it was a nice transition. Krista, what hints do we have for people today for where they live, work, and worship?
I'm becoming more and more obsessed with these over-the-door clear shoe organizers because they're not just for shoes.
Not just.
You can use them for scarves. You can use them for any little thing that you want access to, but you sometimes forget you have.
Necklaces? Earrings?
Well,
I've used an over-the-door thing for earrings before.
That's true. Yeah. I use it for bigger stuff, but that's okay. Each to its own.
That's right.
Each to its own.
We all have our things.
But like, it's a way, like nobody sees it. It's on your door.
Yeah.
So, but it keeps it top of mind when you're getting ready in the morning.
Yeah.
So like, that's one of the things I'm becoming obsessed with. And then another organizing hack that I saw this week, I was like, oh, that's genius. Speaking of earrings, ice trays are stackable. Okay, a lot of people don't even probably know what those are anymore.
Because you have an automatic ice maker.
But for those of us of a certain age, shall we say, you fill water in the ice track, all these papers, and you put it in the freezer, and voila, you have ice cubes. Okay, but nowadays people don't need that. No. So one lady, because they fit perfectly in her drawer, that's where she keeps her earrings, because it's already compartmentalized for her earrings.
That is a good idea.
That's what I thought. I was like, too. Oh, then you're not like, oh, where's that other one?
Yeah, and then they stack up
there. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and then they're stackable. Yeah. So I just thought that was a smart idea.
Yep. I appreciate whenever people have clever ideas.
I do, because I don't have time to think of that. No. And I will use it.
Yep.
All right, and then you wanted to talk about number 3, forgiveness, because that's what this weekend is about.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, we talk about things that affect where you live, work, and worship, right? Well, of course, this is the holiest of weeks, in that it's a tough week to think about the celebration at the beginning of the week to the crucifixion, and then it's joyful to know that Christ rose again. So the thing to remember is when he was on the cross, in the midst of all his suffering, he still said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Right? So he still forgave.
Set an example.
Correct. And along those lines, I was thinking a lot about forgiveness. And sometimes I might hold a little grudge. I might have anger toward people who have wronged me. And so I was trying to think of ways I could forgive, right? And I have a tough time. I do have a tough time forgiving people that I know are actively, purposely hurting people, whether that's me or somebody I love. And I saw a clip from Sandra Bullock. She was talking, I think, on the Kelly Clarkson show or something. And she said about forgiveness, it's not a gift to that other person, it's a gift to yourself. Because forgiveness takes so much energy from you. And that's it, holding on to the anger. And sometimes that person that needs forgiving doesn't care. He doesn't care. She doesn't care that they've hurt you. They don't care. So forgiveness means nothing to them. But forgiveness will weigh you down and sink you.
If you don't forgive.
Exactly.
Yes, so you
have to find a place and a way to reach that forgiveness for somebody who may not even know or care how deeply that they have hurt you. So I know that's a pretty deep topic, but I've been contemplating forgiveness because there are things that are hard to let go of. So there you have it. That's my 2 cents on forgiveness. If you want it, fine. If not, Move on to the next video. I forgive you. I don't mean to make light of it, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was my take on forgiveness because it was so, ugh.
And sometimes it's hard because you're like, okay, I've forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it. And then they come back in your life.
Yeah.
And they bring it up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God.
Keep it forgiven.
Gotta keep it forgiven. Because remember, we're human.
Yeah.
We have these emotions.
Yeah.
So, but again, it doesn't hurt you to forgive.
Correct.
It frees you.
There you go. Freedom. That's what it is.
That's right.
So there you go. We're passing along good advice for business, for where you live, work, and worship.
That's right. All three.
Yeah. So there you go. So we've lived up to our tenets of our mission in our business.
That's right.
So just keep in mind this Easter weekend, and if you're somebody who doesn't celebrate Easter, you can still have thoughts about forgiveness and making the world a better place. So like it's an applicable lesson for all of us.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So joy to you on this Easter holiday. And have a very, very blessed time.
She's recovering from her flu that she graciously shared with me. So, that's always great. But anyway, so everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy it. There's going to be some nice little drizzly rain that if you have plants, they'll get watered. That's part of the thing. That's part of the thing. Just get rid. Be a duck.
Yep.
Right off the back.
All right. So if you need us, our phone number is 724-561-7460.
Correct.
Our email is office@yourhlc. And our website.
www.hlcbookkeeping.com. And I've said this before, but we do have a new website coming. Hopefully at the beginning, by the 15th, it'll be up and running and exciting, and you'll see new pictures and all that other fun stuff.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Be blessed. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Happy Saturday! I think I forgot to say that.
Okay. It sounded like you said it when I was walking over.
Oh, well then you got a twofer. You got a twofer. All right. Have a good day, everybody.